everyone, me again. Welcome back to xameliax, and if you are new, hello to you too. My name's Amelia and we film all kinds of videos on this channel really. Everything from beauty to fashion to travel, and we throw some lifestyle vlogs in there as well. So if you like my face, if you enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button. Stick around for a while. I've got the window open today because it is so hot, team. Oh my goodness, so if it's a bit noisy, I apologise. But if you are not yet subscribed to this YouTube channel, we do a lot of videos here about the taboo subjects that society still makes us feel ashamed to talk about. Things like mental health, menstruation, contraception, fertility. And we do a lot of videos on these because I think it's really important to destigmatise them. It's completely natural, it's completely normal. And if we don't start talking about these things, we're not going to get anywhere. So we already have videos on moon cups, my first experience using one. Also comparing 4 of the big period pant brands together to see which ones are the best. Videos on how to wash your period underwear. Videos about how many pairs of period underwear you'd need. Because period pants, period underwear have become a staple for me with my period. They honestly are a game changer and I flipping love them. And I get lots of questions about them. So we've had lots of things to film videos about. Of course, I will leave links to all of my other videos in the playlist in the info bar down below, but if that sounds like your kind of vibe, hit subscribe. You're in the right place. We're going to be good friends. So I talk a lot about period pants, but one of the questions I get asked all the time is, how do they compare to reusable pads, which is another sustainable period option? Super quickly, if you're not aware of either of these options, I'll tell you a little bit about what they are. Period pants or period underwear are special pairs of knickers that have a super absorbent gusset. Oh, I hate that word. It might actually be worse than the word moist for me. Gusset is horrible, but it's got like this special material in the gusset that goes between your legs that absorbs all of your menstrual blood. So basically you can wear these on their own and free bleed into them, or you can wear them as a backup for tampons or a menstrual cup, and it will catch any leaks that you might have from that. And your menstrual blood goes into the knickers and it absorbs away from the skin, so you don't feel wet, it doesn't smell, and then at the end of it you just rinse them out and wash them and reuse them again and again. Similarly, you can also buy reusable sanitary towels that are basically a sanitary pad, but one that you reuse, like the period pants. And it's the same kind of thing. You pop them in your pants, they normally clip round with like a little clip here. And then once they are full, you can rinse them out, wring them out in the sink, and then wash them at the end of your period. So they both kind of work the same, but they're both very different products to use. First things first is price, and I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of you have been thinking about getting the reusable sanitary pads instead of pants, because period pants can be quite expensive. As you'll see in my comparison video, there really is a big range of period pads out there. I would say that like Thinks are the most expensive, Modi Body and Wooker are kind of like in the middle, and then you have some cheaper options like Love Luna, and also Primark have just come out with their own set of period pants, which I will be doing a review video on very, very soon. But they do vary in price. They also vary in like how comfortable they are and how well they work as well. So the good ones, in my opinion, are Modi Body and Thinks, and they are a bit more expensive. You're probably looking at around £30 for a pair of pants, which is a big investment at first. On the flip side, you can probably get a pack of 3, say, sanitary pads for about £12, maybe £15, depends on where you get them from. These are from an adorable little small seller called the Little Eco Sewing Shop, and she used like reusable fabric. I'll leave her link down below. But yeah, it depends where you get them from. They are a lot cheaper to buy in the first instance than period pants. However, I've been using my period pants for a year now. In fact, I'm sat wearing a pair now. They're amazing. Honestly, they're a game changer. And they're still just as good as new as they were when I bought them. So they are an investment, but they last. And if you think about how much you're spending on disposable products every month, you know, they all kind of even out in the end. But price-wise, reusable sanitary pads are a little bit cheaper in the first place. Next is ease of use. Now, I will say hands down, period pants are the easiest thing ever. Sanitary pads are a little bit more fiddly, I found personally. I mean, it's the same type of thing. Once they're full, you take them off, you rinse them, pop them in a bag, and then wash them at the end of your cycle. Again, I've got a whole video on that, period pants wise, but the same goes for these. So that they kind of work the same, but I just find these just a little bit fiddlier, and for me they're not as absorbent, so I tend to go through more reusable pads than I would do period pants. And again, it's completely dependent on your flow, so that is something that you need to work out beforehand. Again, I've got a blog post with a really handy conversion chart that might be good for you, so I'll leave that down below. For ease of use, I would say for me personally, period pants are a little bit easier. If you're having to change either of them in public, they're both going to be a little bit fiddly. Probably period pants more so, because you'll have to take your trousers off, unless you buy the Modi Body ones with the clip sides, which are a fantastic idea. But yeah, they will be harder because you have to take your trousers off and change pants basically. But both of those, if you're changing them in public, all you do is you just roll them up and pop them in a wet bag or a dry bag. I'm never sure which way around it is. The little waterproof bags that don't leak. Modi Body sell them and they are really, really good. So you'd like roll them up and you pop them in one of those bags. You can pop it in your bag. It doesn't leak, it doesn't smell, and then you just sort them out when you get home. Some people might be grossed out by that, I don't know. For me personally, it doesn't bother me at all. So it's really not that hard to change them in public, but the majority of the time, especially with the period pants, if you get your absorbency right, you're probably not going to have to change them that often, apart from if you've got a super heavy flow. But they also do a maxi version which holds up to 50 ml, which is amazing. Anyway, I digress. This is not a period pants video, I just love them. Next is comfort, and for me, period pants win hands down. I find that when I'm wearing reusable pads, it just feels like I've got a nappy on. They're just so uncomfortable. They're not scratchy or anything. It's just my pants feel huge. It feels like I'm wearing a nappy, and I personally don't like that. It makes, I don't know, I don't like it. Whereas with the period pants, the gusset, there's that word again, it's really thin, as you can see, like super thin. Apart from, I found Wooker wear was a bit thicker, so personally they're not my favourite, but the Modi Body and the Thinx ones that I have, they're so thin, so they really don't feel like you're wearing anything at all. It just feels like you're in your pants. And if you get a good pair of period pants that you like the fit of, again, for me, Modi Body are great. The high-waisted Thinx ones, love them. I feel so good wearing those. They're really comfortable. It's just an absolute breeze. So for me, comfort-wise, period pants win like a million times over. These, they're just a bit too thick. And performance-wise, again, period pants take it for me. I've had 1 or 2 leaks with reusable pads. Now, it could have been that I just didn't get the absorbency quite right. It could have been that I didn't put the right size in, but I don't feel as confident with reusable pads as I do with pants, because with my Modi Body and Thinx, I've never had a leak and I've been wearing these over a year. But they are a good option if you just wanted to pop some in your bag, like for example, and you get caught out, you can just quickly change over, maybe, I don't know. The pads, they tend to sometimes, you know, move around or twist around in your pants, like sometimes regular pads do as well, especially when you're sleeping. So that's why for me the period pants are better, because you're just constantly protected the whole time, and they fit like a dream. So yeah. So in conclusion, for me, period pants win hands down. They're just so much more comfortable. I don't even realise I'm on my period when I'm wearing these. I forget about it. They're that much of a breeze. They're easy to clean. They're comfortable to wear. I've never had any leaks. And yeah, these are just a little bit too bulky for me, and they move, which has caused leaks in the past. However, from a purely cost perspective, your sanitary pads are going to be a lot cheaper for you than investing in period pants at first. But I will say that I've had these for a year now and they're still as good as new, so they last. So it's a personal choice, but for me, period pants win hands down. Have a look down some of my other videos as well, see if there's anything else that might answer any questions, but if they don't, feel free to leave your questions in the comment section down below, or come and follow me over on Instagram, and I can try my best to help. I feel like I've just become the period pants guinea pig over the last year. I've just tried out so many different options, so I've got a lot of knowledge in my little noggin now. Yeah, I will leave loads of useful links for you in the information bar down below, but I hope to see you again in another video. Thank you so much for watching this one, and yeah, I'll see you again soon. Bye!